A cordial greeting. Today is Monday, October 27, 2025. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 5:30 a.m. local time in Jamaica, where the country's history will change over the coming days due to the expected direct impact of powerful Hurricane Melissa, which is already a Category 5 hurricane and currently has maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour, or 260 kilometers per hour. In fact, it is expected to continue strengthening, and it is possible that winds will eventually increase to 165 miles per hour or 270 kilometers per hour. If you are watching me from Jamaica, know that throughout today and as we approach Tuesday morning, weather conditions will deteriorate rapidly, so it is important that you remain in a safe place for the next 3 days. Hurricane Melissa has undergone an extremely rapid intensification during the early morning hours, and is currently one of the most intense cyclones in Atlantic history. A Hurricane Hunter aircraft recently investigated the hurricane, and every time it crossed the center of circulation, it found lower pressure and stronger winds. In fact, in the 5 a.m. advisory, the barometric pressure had dropped to 917 MB. It is possible that it will continue strengthening rapidly, and other Hurricane Hunter aircraft will investigate the system in the coming hours. Also, note that hurricane force winds still remain south of Jamaica, but they should begin to reach parts of the southern coast this Monday afternoon. The impressive structure of the hurricane is visible on Jamaica's Doppler radar, where we can clearly see the eye wall and the outer band surrounding the circulation. In fact, a strong band is currently moving over southern Jamaica, where tropical storm force wind gusts may soon be felt. In addition, rainfall will become increasingly persistent, so flooding-related effects will soon begin to be felt. Unfortunately, there is total consensus among all members of Google's artificial intelligence model ensemble. All of them bring Melissa as a Category 5 hurricane making landfall over the central or western parts of the island, meaning all of Jamaica will experience destructive winds. In particular, wherever the eye wall passes, catastrophic winds capable of destroying any infrastructure in their path will occur. And unfortunately, the intensity models had projected this correctly. In fact, in the latest run, Hurricane Melissa is shown reaching Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane with a minimum pressure of 918 MB during Tuesday morning. And as you can see, practically the entire island will be covered by hurricane force winds. In the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, it is anticipated that during the early hours of Tuesday, it will reach its peak intensity with maximum sustained winds of 260 kilometers per hour, and around midday it would move across Jamaica, exiting around 6 p.m. Tuesday. But remember, the effects will last at least until Wednesday. Here you can see the wind gust projection for the next 48 hours. In particular, central and western Jamaica will experience sustained winds over 250 kilometers per hour, and some higher gusts in mountainous areas could exceed 280 kilometers per hour. For eastern areas in the capital Kingston, the strongest gusts will be near 180 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, the northeastern quadrant will remain over the island, causing an extended period of heavy rain and potentially catastrophic and life-threatening flooding. According to the latest estimates, between 600 and 800 millimeters, that is, 25 to 32 inches of rainfall are expected to accumulate. In addition, waves will be extremely high and dangerous along the southern coast of Jamaica, where a storm surge of up to 3 meters, about 9 feet, above mean sea level is also anticipated. And on top of that, wave heights between 7 and 8 meters, about 25 feet, are expected. So please, stay away from the island's southern coast. After crossing Jamaica, the hurricane is forecast to make landfall over eastern Cuba, specifically near or over the city of Santiago de Cuba, as a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour. For this reason, a hurricane warning remains in effect for the provinces of Granma, Holguín, Santiago de Cuba, and Guantánamo. And for Las Tunas, a tropical storm warning has been issued. Hurricane conditions are expected to affect eastern Cuba from Tuesday morning through Wednesday afternoon. Also, a hurricane watch has been issued for parts of central and southern Bahamas, as well as for the Turks and Caicos Islands. A tropical storm warning remains in effect for Haiti. Tropical storm conditions in Haiti will last from Tuesday through Thursday, while the circulation center is expected to reach the Bahamas Wednesday afternoon with maximum sustained winds of 165 kilometers per hour. Here you can see the wind gust projection between Tuesday and Wednesday. Some gusts over 150 kilometers per hour affecting eastern Cuba, and between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, gusts over 140 kilometers per hour affecting central and southern Bahamas. Rainfall accumulation estimates between Tuesday and Thursday across eastern Cuba range between 300 and 400 millimeters, causing potentially catastrophic flooding, and for the southern Bahamas between 200 and 300 millimeters. In addition, rainfall will continue across southern Haiti, with accumulations between 90 and 150 millimeters. In terms of waves, a dangerous storm surge is projected along the coasts of Granma, Santiago de Cuba, and Guantanamo, with waves between 6 and 8 meters in height. Well, that's all for this forecast update. I will continue monitoring Hurricane Melissa and the catastrophic event expected over Jamaica. Unfortunately, Jamaica will take years or even decades to recover from the impacts of this historic hurricane. Let's hope everyone is in a safe place and that there is no loss of life. In the afternoon, I will record another video to update the forecast. So it's important that you share this video with friends or relatives who live in Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And before I go, I'd like to ask you to like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell so you'll get notifications when I post new videos. I'll sign off for now. Stay tuned for the afternoon update. See you later.